Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. In today's video I'll be reviewing the LZY deck by House of Playing Cards and Alex Pandrea. Now this deck actually does not have much to it, as the name would suggest. On the box it only says LZY deck, stands for lazy, that's a known thing for this deck. And as you can see here, there are 5 different colors that I have. I have yellow, I'll say salmon. This is a dark green, a turquoise, and a gray, I'd say, or like a off-white. But this deck actually has 2 sides to it, and I'll read to you the description of this deck that is on the website. So on the website it says, the lazy playing cards. For magic and cardistry training, this deck is as lazy as it gets. One solid color on one side and another solid color on the other. And yet it's the most addicting deck of cards that we have ever used. So that's one of the things that it says on the website. And it is definitely was a controversial deck, and Alex Pandrea knew when he released it. Obviously I did get it. There are, I believe, 10 combinations of colors. I have 5 here. And yeah, so that's really all it is decks of cards with colors on each side. They were printed by the United States Playing Card Company, and that was kind of what he wanted to do. Is he continues on the website talking about how he wanted to create a deck of cards that was affordable, and you didn't really have to worry about it getting ruined, but still had the same feel of a deck of playing cards by United States Playing Card Company. And that's kind of what he wanted to do with the Nox, at least the original Nox that were all one color, but of course those had faces and borders and everything, was make it affordable, and with those it was kind of to match to your outfit of the day, etc. And yeah, so I'm just going to show you the colors. He goes talking about how it is a good trainer deck for cardistry and magic. So this side is gray, the other side is yellow. That's really all there is to it. Of course, these handle nicely. I'm gonna open all of these up, and I'm gonna show you guys something in a second with these. But obviously, this is not a deck where I'm gonna talk about what the faces look like or any of that, or the back design, because there is none. But this is this color, nice mint green, and then the salmon, I'll say salmon pink on the other side. This deck is a dark green, olive green, and on the other side is this color. Turquoise on this side, and then a darker blue on this side. And you'll see for the final deck that I have, it is, I'll describe it as kind of like a desert color here, then a nice red burgundy-ish color over here. And you'll see that all these boxes, as you've noticed, actually just have a window going straight through them, and I believe that is also to cut down on costs. I don't know how much this deck would have cost to produce, but obviously it's enough that he is still making a profit on these decks, because these were 5 each, I believe. But yeah, so these are for cards, you can practice magic with them, and they will chip a little bit if you were trying to riffle shuffle them, but kind of the idea is that you can kind of work on controlling different cards and stuff like that, or just like know which card is what by just flipping it over and emphasizing it. Say if you're trying to track a card or something like that. And also I'm going to just do this with each of the cards and each of the decks and see what it looks like. I'm not going to actually riffle, I'm not going to shuffle, I'm not going to faro them rather, but I am going to do this and show you what it looks like when you fan them together. So this is this deck. This is the second deck of cards, the green. Obviously it might look even better with a faro shuffle because it'll be alternating colors perfectly. but this is me just quickly shuffling them together because I do not feel like fair shuffling right now. This is what this one looks like. The salmon and mint is what I'm going to call this one. Looks something like this. Actually, now that I think about it, it kind of reminds me of a candy cane. And then the yellow and gray deck looks like this. So yeah, this was this deck. But it is somewhat controversial, and he kind of knew that people are either going to love the idea of this deck or hate it. Ironically, I don't feel either direction in this as with this deck. Initially, I kind of did not like it, the idea of this deck. And then I got it either way. Then I started using it. I was like, oh, this is kind of cool because you can reverse cards or you could reverse larger groups of cards and kind of use them without having to have them have values or be certain cards. You just flip them over and you can kind of track them in that way. But I still am kind of on the fence, and I definitely do see the merit here. Obviously, people could make debates of why don't you just use a normal deck of bicycle cards, because those are cheaper than these cards. Obviously, these don't have faces and nothing else really to worry about other than just the handling of them and practicing different moves and such. But yeah, so that's this deck. This deck actually came out a while ago. And I actually received it around Christmas. I meant to make a video about it, but I didn't till now. But this is a very lazy review, one might say, because of this being a lazy deck. But yeah, so this was the review. Obviously, it's a little bit longer than it needs to be right now, but I do want to just say I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure to give this video a like, comment, and subscribe. I also have a question. I know a while back I did a reaction video to a Jubilee video of trying to figure out which of these people was a magician versus not a magician. And I've seen a couple other videos that I'd be interested in reacting to. So just let me know in the comments if you guys would be interested in seeing another reaction video, as well as just bringing that and a couple other types of video ideas in the works. I'm planning on doing another deck collection video. I may be reviewing Make Playing Cards, which is a company, and I'll get into that in that video. And yeah, and then maybe working on a couple reaction videos. So just let me know down in the comments below if you guys would be interested in that, and I'll see you guys in the next video.